Heidi ho! Here on this lovely Monday, 21st of May. Can you believe that? Wow. The fifth month. We're nearly in the middle of the year. Ooh. Well, it's Cheryl Anderson here. Now, I've actually got, I'm going to name my live videos now. Here's just a peek of what it's going to be called. I was going to put it up and I thought it would just look terrible. There. Cheryl Goes Live. Hi, Chiara. How are you? I'm just discussing. I'm going to have names for my videos. I'm going to format it better. So today, my topic today that I want to talk about is we have two choices in life when it comes to being truly happy. Some people might argue there's more than two. There's like hundreds. Look, that's true. There's lots of choices. However, in life, it doesn't take very long to realize that we end up at a fork in the road. And here's your choice. You can either take the path that is by choice. You're going to have to, what did I say here? You're going to have to stretch a bit more. You're going to have to believe in your choices and you're going to go hard at doing it. You're just going to make the commitment. If it's a little hard one day, you go, okay, I'm worth it. This great life that I want is worth it because no one got anywhere sitting on their bum doing nothing. And the other choice is to sit on your bum and do nothing, to live life by default, which is living life by somebody else's ideas, their beliefs, their limiting thoughts, their fears. And all that happens is you basically may as well go and stick your nose in the corner of the room and stay there because that's what happens. So it's a choice of do or don't. That's it. Every single day, do or don't. Now, we see lots of people every day that take the don't route and they're angry, they're miserable, they're annoyed. They take that miserable annoyance with them everywhere they go. We've seen them, we've met them, we've all been them at times. No one is so perfect that they never made the wrong choice or followed a belief that wasn't quite aligned with their purpose or with their core beliefs. Now, it was my chiropractor who a couple of years ago we were talking and he was saying, it's a choice. It's one way or the other. And I thought, really it is. We spend so much time looking at all these cool things we can do. There's so many modalities to follow, so many wonderful positive affirmations and positive memes that are out there that we can become a little confused on which way to go. There's many, 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 many paths. However, most of those paths are once you've already hit the fork in the road and taken a path. They all belong further down the road of either of these paths. But what happens is it's this crux here, right here, is where the power is. So in making that choice, all right, I'm going to do this for me because I'm dead sick of all the other crap. I'm dead sick of not getting where I want to be. I'm dead sick of feeling useless or feeling worthless or seeing everybody else get where they want to be or getting all the cool things that they want, but not getting there yourself. So it's really disheartening, and I understand that. It's very disheartening. Every person that's been successful or done really well in their life, they fell over, they failed, they got it dismally wrong. I mean, I can put my hand up. I did that plenty of times. I could probably write a very fat, healthy book on that. However, what happens is these people have, and myself, a plan B. So once you make these decisions, all right, I'm going to get on this path and I'm either going to do or I don't. All right, this video is about the do path, the do take it path. Because what's going to happen is as you start to do these things, they become a little easier and a little easier and a little easier. However, the one thing that knocks people is when it gets a little hard or a little difficult or a little uncomfortable. right? Nobody is overly willing to want to go to the uncomfortable part very often. However, it's going to be there. This is when you need your plan B, right? Having a plan B or a plan C or a plan D, all right? These are things that are going to be specific to you as a person. So let's say you wanted to get your fitness and your health happening, let's say, just this would be a choice. So you know you're going to go and work out and you're going to be really good and you're going to hit the treadmill or you're going to hit the road or you're going to walk or whatever it is you're going to do. And then what happens is it starts to become a little harder. You don't want to get out of bed. You know, you miss a couple of days and it's going to be so easy just to blow it off and go, oh, well, and fall back to the comfort zone of failure, of not getting where you want to go, of and yes, it's a comfort zone. Nobody wants to look at it that way. I mean, good God, who would want to be in a place that's unpleasant, uncomfortable? It's not healthy at all. However, comfort zones are just that. They're the one place where you feel comfortable, regardless of what it is. And you think, okay, I can take this. At least I know it's crap. I'm used to the crap. I can deal with the crap. Instead of something new and different that challenges you. So in having a plan B, which would be, and I didn't mean the pun there, plan B would be, okay, on those days where you did forget to get up early and do it, or you have a sore back, or you're not feeling really on your game, you're going to have a plan B that's good for you, all right? Not everyone's going to be the same. Your plan B could be, okay, I'm going to sit down and write one paragraph of something that I'm really good at, some fantastic thing about myself. It has to be uplifting. It has to be positive, right? Because you're replacing an exercise with this. That you want to keep your game rolling. You want to stay positive. So you don't write some mishmash, all right? Plan C could be, okay, it could be do something, ring your mum, ring a friend. Do something that's uplifting. Because what does exercise do? Makes you feel better, gets everything pumping. So going to somewhere where you're going to be kind to yourself, you're going to be patient, and you're going to do an act of kindness. If you can't do it for yourself, which is your exercise, then do it towards somebody else. So what happens is, in the day that you miss your exercising, for whatever reason, good or bad, it's nobody's business, by the way, you have this other thing that you'll do in its place. It's not the go-to. You don't go and wake up and go, I don't want to do it today. I'm not going to work out today. I'm just going to go and ring my friend and have a chat for an hour. That's not quite what I mean. And I believe you understand what I mean. So after you've made this choice of do or don't, which is this big crux, getting into doing for yourself, here's the one thing. I've got a bit turned around there. In the description, I've said the one way to really start being there for yourself. A lot of gurus talk about do vision boards, do affirmations, there's lots of positive things you can watch, you can listen to, you can journal. Now, I know the one way to change any habit is it must start the instant you open your eyes in the morning, when your day, your waking day starts. Because this is the platform that the rest of your day is going to be built on, right? Now, all I simply ask, it's very, very simple to do. It will be challenging though, is you simply say to yourself, you can either do it in the mirror, like mirror work. Some people are not so comfortable doing this. That's fine too. So you're going to do this when you wake up before you even get out of bed. You're just going to do this one thing 5 times. It's really quite simple. And trust me, it will change how your day works, how you work. It's starting you off with something that is not just positive, This is something, because all greatness, all self-help will come from inside of you, not outside of you. You can read anything, you can be motivated by people, you can have great tools, you can have wonderful modalities, but you're going nowhere unless you produce the thoughts inside yourself that will then produce the emotions and the actions that you're seeking. So you must go to this very basic place first. Now, here's what you say. I love and approve of myself exactly as I am. I love and approve of myself exactly as I am. I love and approve of myself exactly how I am. Not, I love and approve of myself, or probably a bit more if I was a bit thinner. Or I'd probably be better if I was living in Fiji. I love and approve. No, I don't love and approve myself. I kind of like myself, when I'm doing great. No. None of that. This is where it can get a little, where you have to be committed, right? Because what's happening is you're starting to reprogram your brain with positives. Now, you can know that most people's egos jump up and down and want to have an argument about this. No, you don't. No, you can't. How can you love yourself? You're not where you should be. You're not rich. You're not famous. You're not married. You don't have kids. You don't have enough money. You don't have that new car. You haven't been to Paris. You'll be blah, 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 blah. Well, I'll tell you what, you're never going to get all those things if you can't be positive in here with yourself, which is where everybody that does anything amazing in the world, their self-talk, self-thought is switched on. So this one thing, it's so very, very simple, not necessarily so easy to do. So 5 times, exactly how I said it. I love and approve of myself exactly as I am. No ifs or buts, no mainstream media ideas of who you should be as a woman or a man if you're watching this, or a child. This is unconditional. This is about you. This is between you and you and you. Just you. All the different yous you think you are. 5 times. It's great to teach children to do this too. I taught my son. We used to do it in the car, driving to school, and other times too. Now, what happens is it forces you to speak to yourself with kind words. And when I first started doing it, I never said it out loud. I had such dreadful self-esteem. I found it hard to say because I didn't believe it at all. This is about 32 years ago. It nearly made me sick, actually. I thought, I can't say that about myself because I don't believe it. But anyway, I continued. I persisted. And I remember the very first day that I said it out loud, and I burst into tears. I mean, tears nearly shot out of my eyes. There must have been so much built up inside of me, so desperate to be comfortable in my skin, to be normal, that when I started hearing these words, first I think it might have been like myself thinking, who are you talking about? Who is this person that you love and approve of exactly as they are? But eventually what happened was, through saying it over and over and over, and I did it every day, even whether I believed it or not, I did it every day, all right? Committed. You've got to be committed to these things. And again, you don't tell anybody. Don't let anyone know, because they want to measure your success, because they're either for you or they're against you. So they're either, a dream uplifter or a dream stealer. But after those few months of doing it, and I did say it out loud to myself, like I said, I cried and cried and cried, and I really didn't understand what was going on at the time. I've obviously learned a lot since then. But the power of that was mammoth, just mammoth, as far as what it shifts inside of you, especially being a woman in today's world. You need to be there for yourself, girl, because there's a whole lot of crap out there in the mainstream world that wants you to stay a commodity, stay an object, and stay broken, because they can make lots of money off you if you're broken. And so you're always looking for the one thing to fix yourself or fix a problem, or because, consumerism is just about two things. You want more of something that makes you feel good or something that takes pain away. That's it. So think about that. I mean, if we're kept in a state of pain through not accepting ourselves and comparison, compare yourself, not only not like yourself, but compare yourself, which is so detrimental, that the industries, billion-dollar industries, are built around that. And myself, I don't like this. Not one bit. I think it's absolutely unfair. It's nearly anti-human. However, I'm not at all into changing them. I'm into doing something through my videos, helping women change themselves so that they don't need any more self-help, that they don't need someone to tell them that they're valid and worthy. This is what I'm about. Because I know you can do it, because I've done it. Simple as that. And it's about the belief in yourself. And like I said, it starts when you wake up in the morning. Now, you do this. It's free. Doesn't cost a cent. It's 5 little things. And let's face it, you could probably get them done in under a minute. Maybe a bit longer. You could also do these throughout the day. Now, I got to a point too where I realized that self-talk, as well as self-thought, had a lot of power. A lot of power. I just read Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life, which billions of people have read. It's a fantastic book. So I well and truly started to understand the power of what I was saying to myself. And so I came up with little mantras, whatever you want to call them, little go-tos. When I was heading to something that I wasn't sure about, maybe I had to go to the bank to ask for a loan, or I had a very busy business back then, very busy business. And even though that was great and I was successful, there was still a lot of, I didn't believe in myself. I was good, make it till you fake it. It was a big thing, back in the day. Make it till you fake it. Well, no one said, hey, get to a point and stop the faking. You got to get to a point where you actually make it. Now, I remember one of the things I would say to myself, and it was of great power for me, was, please give me the words and the wisdom to deal with this. Talk to whoever, if it's God or it's Buddha. Me, it's the universe. I just see one all-encompassing everything. We're all connected. Everything is connected. There is no space between us. Everything is one living, huge thing. But when I asked for the words and the wisdom, every single time without fail, it would happen. And sometimes it would shock me. It would be less wordy than I thought and go a lot quicker. Or sometimes I was quite eloquent. And I think, wow, that's pretty cool. Because I understood the power of speaking to myself in a positive, uplifting manner, in a non-aggressive, loving manner, in a non-bossy, non-bullying, accepting manner. It's so easy for your mind to start these little stories that just keep going, because what happens, every single thing in your life comes from a story in your head, a little movie playing, because everything's a movie. Sit down, you start to think about the day. Next thing, you're thinking about something at work, or you're thinking about last Christmas, or you're thinking about something at Woolworths, and it's rarely just solid pictures. It's always movies, moving pictures, people, and we keep running things over and over and over. Same thing over and over and over. A bit OCD in a manner. So if you realize this and understand that everything is a movie with dialogue, why not just get a little bit in there that's just uplifting for you? I love and approve of myself exactly as I am, not how I am, exactly as I am. Because when I started this video, I was a different person to right now, and I will be a different person tonight. But as I am means as I am in the moment. No if, buts, or maybes. There is no other adding into that. It's simply you stick with that and that only. 5 times. And even if you did nothing else, it will start to change your life. Because one, you're doing something, this is self-care. This is part of extreme self-care in a manner, because speaking to the self, you got to do it on your own. You can't take anyone with, into your head with you. You can try to explain concepts, stories, understandings, beliefs to somebody else, but they're not going to get it the way you do, because their movies and their thoughts are different. So they perceive differently. So always your self-care is going to be you talking to you. So the sooner you can be kind and informative about it and simple. Your unconscious mind, your higher self, your unconscious mind, your subconscious mind, all of it doesn't need to be big and involved. We need simple things. The world got crazy and fast, but what keeps humans going didn't change. It stayed simple and basic. And that's why a lot of people get confused looking for the big answer. I want the big answer. I want to get rid of my big problem. It's not big. It's rarely ever big. The ego wants you to think it's big, because your life is much worse than others, or your life is harder than others, and it's not. There's a slide scale for sure, but I tell you what, your happy today is different to your happy last week. Hey, Lenny. So the staying on point with self-care is about getting comfortable with the self, with you, and talking kindly. And it's free. And like I say in all of my videos, if need be, don't even tell anyone you're doing this. Unless, you can say it in a way that someone's not going to dream steal or, put you down for your efforts. Because there's some, people that love you, that mean well, but they've got so much rubbish going on up here that rubbish comes out here. They think they're being kind, but they're not. So that is my message for today. It's very simple. It's unisex. It's any age, and it's free, and it works. So that's my little contribution for Monday. And like I said earlier on, I'm now going to be naming my videos. It's going to be called Cheryl Goes Live. Yay! But I have a bit of setting up to do yet. So, but there you go. You're the first to see that today. And again, if you find any value in these videos, please share, because that's lovely. And I send every video that I make over to my YouTube channel, which is in the description box there. It'll be down there if you're watching this video after I turn off live. And I look forward to being here again on Friday with a few more interesting bits of information to do with my TV show. Exciting. Anyway, thank you so much for coming in today. It's been wonderful. I always like coming in and talking. Thank you for listening. Now, I'll see you again on Friday. Till then, have an excellent week. Another 4 more days. So take care. Be well. Au revoir.